production of Broad and High is funded in part by the Greater Columbus Arts Council, supporting arts, advancing culture, and connecting the community to artists, events, and classes at columbusmakesart.com.
From these contributing sponsors and viewers like you, thank you.
This time on Broad and High, meet an artist who was able to make her passion her profession. We're back in the kitchen where we make a treat that's an ode to New Orleans. And we hear from a local hip-hop artist. This and more right now on Broad and High. Welcome to Broad and High. I'm your host, Kate Quickle. Kiana Simpson tries to live her life in respect to the African philosophy of Ubuntu. In this way, she has forged a career out of her passion. Kiana began practicing traditional West African dance at the age of 7 and considers herself a community dancer. She's kept her community near and dear over the years and now teaches at the institute where she danced as a child. Let's hear more about her journey.
I think I've always loved to move and do rhythm. My mom says even when I was little, I was like clicking my heels to songs and all of those things. But really formalized, I guess, training, if you will, happened when Susan Bradford, which is my mom's really, really good friend, I know her as Aunt Susan, decided to start a children's African dance company. And she needed dancers, and it was like kind of that your friends help you out by sending their kids to your stuff. So it's like, go be in your aunt's dance troupe situation. And that's really how I really got started into African dance. At home in my living room, dancing, watching videos right before I even, joined the troupe, was always a sense of happiness and joy. I loved every second of it. And so moving into a children's company where there are also people around me who also enjoy to dance was definitely a space that was opened up for me to just do really that self-expression and have a good time and make friends. It really just felt like another part of life that I just really enjoyed being at and doing. I think that the learning part was definitely fun, but it felt more like kinship and friendship and being a part of something, but that connector feeling that was like, I think the performing was the key to me really knowing that I loved it, that I felt a different sense of confidence and excitement and all those things. I always grew up like shy and timid, and people are like, you're always so quiet. And then I get on stage and I just like explode. So traditionally in African dance, we wear what's called a lapa, and it ties around your skirt, so it would feel very similar to maybe putting on a tutu. See, it is how you have to wrap it right around. But it is traditionally worn, and so in Africa, and a lot of the ethnic groups there, so we wear it as traditional dress for dance. And then it really could be very comfortable on the top, but bare feet are very important. In African dance specifically, for us, the way that we use that is as a connector to the ground, to Mother Earth, right, to give back into us. And you can feel those vibrations, right? The drum is kind of pounding and it sits on the floor, and so it vibrates the floor, and those same vibrations kind of come right back up through your heels. And I think that's really awesome too. I think honestly that's what kind of fueled my passion for live music. I love dancing to live music. Chisan specifically does focus on traditional West African dance. That's what we go for, and it is to present and preserve the culture through music and dance. And I think it's important for us to do that because it continues to give African Americans an understanding that we had a whole life before slavery, that there were and there still are sisters and brothers of ours who have had freedom this entire time and have been able to practice and support and love each other through these particular cultures and beliefs that really supported the system that they worked in, this communal idea. And I think that's really where Chisam focuses on presenting and preserving and showing that. And I think that's why it's important for us to stay into what we consider the traditional form, right? We want to show the roots of it. I started hearing about some of the different things that they were doing over here at Ohio State, which is they had some Africanist movement instructors coming in, and they were looking at those, celebrating those different kind of works. And I have to admit and be honest, when I was younger, Ohio State seemed very far away from me. I didn't see myself there. I didn't see a lot of people who looked like me. I didn't have a problem with it. It just wasn't my path. I didn't do ballet. When little girls were going to class on Saturday mornings and putting ballet shoes on the tutus, I was tying on a lapa and taking my socks and shoes off to hit the floor for African dance. So for every recital they did, I was in the community doing a performance. And so, yes, I've been able to teach African dance over the past couple of semesters, and it's been great. I love it. I've been able to kind of take what I've been doing in the community and really add the rigor and the study of it on another level, and have the students immerse themselves in that sense. And that's also been really great for me because I've always just been working in the community. So it also gave me an opportunity to relook at how I, give information and instruction in this form, and what my duties are to really pass that on and make sure I give people a good foundation and information about African dance and how to really study African dance. And that part has been great. And so being a part of that movement has been awesome. I've also been able to be under a new set of tutelage, if you will, about my teachings and how I do the things. And so it's twofold. I'm getting to share what I love to do, all of this information and love and passion that's already been, building up inside of me. I'm teaching that. And then I'm also learning new ways to do that as well with the instructors that are here. So I consider myself a community dancer because I understand how much my community has poured into me. And there's this really strong sense of responsibility and importance that I reciprocate that, and that I now give that back to the community. So as much as they've given me, I want to give right back to them, and to share my gift and passion in the sense that you really have this space, these people, these ideas, these beliefs and systems that we stick together, that we hold each other up, that we owe each other a sense of true humanity, is where I think kind of just lives in me. And the best way I can think about giving that back to those people and to these spaces is to pour it out in my dance and in my passion and what I do. Part of my research here at Ohio State and part of what my drive is understanding the importance of when children are young, right? And there's a moment in time or space where pouring into them, having specific leadership and guidance, having a appointed person to kind of usher them through those little moments, which are really difficult as you kind of teenager change over. I think those moments are really important, and we need to put a little more focus there so that when you do get to, for example, my age, that again, that understanding that you were once supported by someone, so you may have that feeling or understanding that there's a little responsibility there to carry the next person. And I think that's where my drive for humanity comes from, and that's really born out of my time with Chisam. I specifically had somebody guiding me and helping me through those teenage years. And it wasn't that I was perfect. I got suspended from school. I know, tell anybody, it's a blemish on my record. But I did. So I got in trouble. I was a follower. I didn't stand up for myself sometimes. Some bad decisions were made, and I cut school, so I wasn't perfect. These things happened, but because there was someone particularly in place that could connect to me through dance, but connect to me on this thing we call life, that when I got older, I realized I made it through because somebody was holding my hand. And so we kind of call that a rite of passage, right? And that's what it turns over to. And that's where my study is. My study is about the rite of passage and the importance of rite of passage to assist and help adolescents really make that that change from being a child into a young adult, right? And the difficulty of that. But understanding that if you give them that really good foundation and that really good, understanding of who they are and whom they belong to, and help that hand and that guiding hand to kind of pull them through, 9 times out of 10, you come out on the other end, you make some dumb decisions, but you look back and you say, okay, I know I made it because, right? And then that a lot of times will have that person, one, really want to be a contributing member to their community, to their society, but also feel the need to return and come back and do the same thing for the next person or for the next youth or the next child or whoever that is.
To learn more about this amazing woman, find her on Facebook at Kiana Simpson. Next, on a new installment of Kate's Quick Bites, we step back into the kitchen and learn about an organization whose roots go back over 50 years. With me in the kitchen today is Javon Collins from the King Arts Complex. Javon, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Kate. I'm so happy.
I'm glad you're here.
Yes, indeed.
So tell me a little bit about what we're going to make today.
Yes, we're making crawfish beignets.
Whoa,
it's like
man.
a mashup of some great seafood and beignets. And if you haven't been to New Orleans,
Which I haven't. It's like a bucket list city for me.
You have to, because I'll definitely hook you up with all my friends and
I'm gonna
make
give you a
sure.
call.
Absolutely, you're going to have a great time. But we went to Katie's in Midtown, and I tried it for a brunch, and been in love with it ever since.
Amazing. So when I think of beignet, I think sweet. Like,
Absolutely.
You think most people think that?
Absolutely, but this is sweet and savory, and it adds a little nourishment as well.
It's like a sometimes treat. Yeah, it sounds
Absolutely.
incredible. Well, why don't you tell us what ingredients we need?
Yes, we'll need these ingredients: 1 large egg, 1 pound cooked crawfish tail meat or shrimp, 4 green onions, 1½ teaspoons of butter, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1/3 cup of bread flour, oil for deep fat frying. For the Cajun dipping sauce, 3/4 cup of mayonnaise, 1/2 cup of ketchup, 1/4 teaspoon prepared horseradish, optional, 1/4 teaspoon hot pepper sauce.
Well, Javon, before we
Yes.
get started on these beignets, why don't you tell me a little bit about the history of the King Arts Complex?
Well, it has a storied history that some people don't know. I mean, we're connected to the Dunbar Center that started in 1968, but we didn't open our doors until March of 1987, and we've been connecting community through the arts for 35 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible arts resource for the community.
Absolutely, and it means so much to me because at age 11, I got my scholarship to go to The Ohio State University at the King Arts Complex.
Wow.
Went on to work for the Wexner Center for the Arts, and I've been with the King Arts Complex for 16 years.
That's amazing. What an incredible career.
Just so blessed and thankful to be able to do what I do.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So what is the first step here to get started with our recipe?
I would say the sauce. So
Yeah.
when the food's ready, we have the sauce.
That's a good idea. All right, so do we
Absolutely.
just kind of mix these ingredients
Yes,
together?
absolutely. You have some mayonnaise here, so then we would
Can't
go
go wrong
into
there.
the bowl, of course. And let's see here, I believe we'll go here.
Okay, great. Yeah, we got to get that in. Not
Yeah.
the prettiest part, but the most delicious, no
but
doubt.
it's the foundation for so many meals. A
You're
lot of
right.
people say, I don't like mayo, but
They don't actually
you're
know, do
eating
they?
mayo.
Most things that are delicious.
Exactly. So
Have
we
mayo.
have the mayo there.
Yeah.
Have a little ketchup here.
Okay.
Excuse me. And mix that all together.
Lots of flavors mixed
Yeah.
together. So that's another good reason to make this ahead, just to kind of let those flavors
Absolutely.
meld together.
Get your little dash of hot
Little
sauce
hot
there.
sauce.
And then here we got the horseradish.
Oh, yeah, a
Go
little
ahead and
kick.
put that in, that kick.
Mix that up.
Yeah, mix that all up there.
So you're the Performing Arts Program Director for the King Arts Complex. What does that entail?
Yeah, so for the past 12 years, I've been facilitating all of our performing arts performances and special events all year round, from the Heritage Music Festival to our Legends and Legacies. And it's also led me to serve on boards, as I was on the board of the National Performance Network in New Orleans, Louisiana for 6 years.
Incredible. All right, so the sauce is all mixed together.
Yes,
So we
yes.
can kind of let that hang out. What do we do next? How do we kind of get started here?
Yeah, so we're just going to get ready to prepare our crawfish beignet. So we're
Okay.
going to...
We have the oil heating.
Yes, of
That's
course.
Maybe the
You
first
have
step.
to heat your oil first,
Yes.
of course.
So we got to get it to about 375?
Yeah, 375 will work, and
Okay.
let it get nice and hot, and then we'll
Okay.
start mixing up our
Do I
ingredients.
just kind of add in all these ingredients and they'll sort of form together?
Yes, yes, yes,
All right,
and
so
then
we've
you'll-
got our crawfish.
Absolutely
All
right
so maybe I'll
there.
reach for that. get that put into our bowl.
This is the first time I've seen crawfish in Ohio.
Oh yeah?
Yes,
Look at
ma'am.
us bringing a little New Orleans
Yes, indeed.
to Ohio. Got our crawfish,
Yeah,
so we
you
got a little melted
little
butter.
Melted butter there.
Put that in there.
A little bit of
Should we do the
green
flour
onion.
next? Green onion? Does it matter the
Yeah,
order?
yeah.
Just dump
Yeah,
and stir?
think we're
I can do
good.
that.
Yeah.
Got fresh green onions. We'll
There
do
you
our
go.
flour,
Yep.
which I'm guessing kind of binds it together, along with the egg.
Yes,
One
indeed.
beaten egg. So many bright colors.
I'm already getting hungry.
I know. A little bit of our. And then we'll add in our cayenne. Okay. All right, this is gorgeous. So I'm just going to mix
Yeah.
this up.
Yeah, absolutely. Just kind of get it to
Get
a
it all
nice, good
coated.
consistency.
The egg and the flour doing their job.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah, so the cool thing about it was at Katie's they have an amazing brunch, and you know it just kind of connects that, you know, that restaurant may have not existed because when you go there, there's a watermark from where Hurricane Katrina hit.
Oh my goodness.
So, but you know, the people of New Orleans are so resilient, and I'm just so happy that they welcome me with open arms every time I make a trip out there.
What history there.
Absolutely, it's a you feel it. You know you're in New Orleans.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Okay, so our mixture's all mixed up together,
Oh,
and
looks
now
wonderful.
I think we're ready to fry.
That'd be great.
All right, so I got a little scooper here.
Yeah,
and I'm
it's
just
very
gonna-
helpful.
Yeah, just get a little clump. Let's see, I don't want to make it like too big. Is that about good,
That's
you
a good,
think?
yeah,
Okay, here we go. Woo!
nice.
Should I do more than one?
Yeah,
Get a
do
couple in there.
there.
I mean, we're going to
That's
snack
good.
on these.
Yes.
Oh, hey. So they cook for about 2 minutes,
Yeah,
and then we
each
flip
side.
them. And
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Smells great.
you get one more in there. All right, so let those cook. While these cook up, obviously you've been at the King Arts Complex for so long. You've probably seen tons of events come through. What have been some of your favorites, most memorable?
Well, I would say back in 2008, during the election, we had a huge event with Beyonce, Jay-Z, P. Diddy,
Whoa.
Mary J. Blige, all at the King
Talk
Arts
about
Complex.
memorable.
So that was huge. And then some of the smaller events, like just in the hallway, former President Bill Clinton just walking down the hallway and chatting with him. And my first day there, Jesse Jackson was there. Then Senator Barack Obama was there my first week. So there's so many to name. But like I said, I've just been honored and blessed to do what I'm able to do at the complex for the past 16 years.
I think it's super cool that it's such a hub for all these, big personalities,
Yeah.
and, nationally known celebrities to kind of come through King Arts Complex.
Yeah.
It's really special. We're lucky.
Absolutely. And again, we're, named after Dr. King. So we're just kind of keeping his dream alive and for 35 years providing arts and community for so many. So we're just proud to do what we're able to do here in Columbus.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
We are so lucky to have the King Arts Complex.
We appreciate you. Thank
Oh
you.
my gosh. These are cooking. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. They're flipped. There we go. All right, we've got our gorgeous crawfish beignets, freshly fried. I'm excited to dig in. But I do want to know before we dig into these delicious treats, at the King Arts Complex, I imagine you've got a great team that you work with.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about
We're
them?
a small but mighty team, but we'd like to thank our executive director, Ms. Demetrius Nilly, and all of our staff for just, supporting everything we do. I mean, we take on some large events each year, and when they find out how many people are leading this event, they're like, there's got to be
No
more.
way.
But we just come together. I'd say we form like Voltron and make it happen.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, that's wonderful. Well, I think we shouldn't wait any longer. We should probably try these.
Please
so I'm just
try
going to grab one.
Yes, I'll grab one
Yes,
as
they're so
well.
warm. Get a little bit of
Thank
this
you.
delicious creamy
Yes,
sauce.
indeed.
Just top that on there. Can I give
Thank
you a little,
Yes, that'd be wonderful.
little dollop?
Thank you so much.
All right. Look at these. They're kind of fancy, but also homey. And
Yes.
let's dig in.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. They look amazing.
Yes,
This is like the fun, messy part where you get to eat.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let me try a little bit here.
Such good flavors. It's amazing because there wasn't much batter, but it gives it that kind of tempura, light crispiness. A little freshness from the green onions, and then the creamy sauce.
Crawfish. I'm just a part of this. It just makes my day.
All right, little New Orleans and Columbus.
Yes,
I love it. Thanks,
absolutely.
Javon. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, Kate. I really appreciate it.
To learn more about this community organization, check out kingartscomplex.com. The latest Broad and High Presents features Dom DeShawn, a musical artist who writes from the heart. While his songs are often about painful times, Dom creates them from a place of hope. Let's take a listen.
Messed up how fast things can turn.
Yeah, check.
Yeah, messed up how fast things can turn. Got a lot of things to learn. 30 years on planet Earth. Guilty, I don't know my worth. It only happens here and there. When Dex, yeah, I see it glare. Hoping that she sees it too. Questions for this afternoon. Gloom, like I feel the clouds surrounded when the sun is out. Draining all my energy. Try not complain about. Been there, done that. Disappointing feelings never not whack. Searching for that happiness before I really fade to black. Laugh now, cry later. Looking for that motivator. Me and you feel better. Throw on outcast elevators. Will we ever be the same?
Inside twist when I hear your name.
Who knows what will happen now? Even though I'm searching for that smile. Yeah, I'm just searching for that. Yeah, hasn't shown this face enough. Yeah, I'm just searching for that. Yeah. This is one of those songs that really goes out for anybody that's ever been through stuff. All those times where you feel like, yo, this is like the worst thing I've ever gone through. Yo, we gonna get through it, and something's gonna happen. So let's go. Figure out what to do. Steady busy looking for the truth. Listen, I said we both got things we gotta do. Let's promise that we'll always keep it true. Yeah, I say it. Figure out what to do. Steady busy looking for the truth. Listen, I said we both got things we gotta do. Let's promise that we'll always keep it true. Yeah, I say yeah, I'm just searching for the smile. It hasn't shown its face in a while. Yeah, I'm just searching for the smile. It hasn't shown its face in a while. Yeah, I'm just searching for the smile. It hasn't shown its face in a while. Yeah, I'm just searching for the smile. It hasn't. And vibe out like yeah. Yeah.
To hear more of his work, check him out on Instagram at Dom DeShawn.
Yeah.
Well, that is our show. Remember, you can find all of our stories online at WOSU.org, as well as on our YouTube channel. For all of us here at WOSU, I'm Kate Quickle. Thank you for watching.
Check it, I say I didn't get the job. Next week, hit my GF, became my EX. Want to go back, press reset. Every time I think it can't get worse, it goes another L. 2 fail, 1 fail. Guaranteed, I wish you well. Problems with my pops, he was in the hospital for about a week. Every day I couldn't sleep, I out of my control. Chose to be patient, hope you looking at my story as a source of motivation. People looking at me like I made it. I ain't do nothing, keep afloat and steady maintaining. Police brutality, pandemic, remark in the ambulance. I'm sitting here, try my best to handle this. Mortality has been heavy on my mind. Would I have regrets. When it is my time, hope not. So I need to shake the pressure off and get to work. Sometimes sexy, but with death, I don't wanna flirt. It's funny, pain can form a beautiful gem. Hopefully these life lessons motivate you to win. At times it takes me days to write. Carefree ball intentional, back against the wall like Wolverine versus the sitting news. Digital, leave my footprint everywhere I go. Hoping that experience with me is always memorable. I'm good with my ex. The bridge we built together was inflammable. Remaining friends is attainable. God that you see today, different from 10 years ago. Was a little gullible and emotional. Like the graphics card with PS5, I process things better. Deposit growth in my account like a bank teller. Or some wine, gracefully Asian down in the cellar. My goal got to end of every day becoming better.
So don't race against the tide. Maybe I could try to get the waters just in time.
Production of Broad and High is funded in part by the Greater Columbus Arts Council, supporting arts, advancing culture, and connecting the community to artists, events, and classes at columbusmakesart.com.